Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm just having a little walk in the woods, and I'll just let you know I'm using a lav mic, Rode lav mic today to do the vlog and just see how it copes with the wind. Maybe it's a bit of a different way of setting up the microphone setup. I'm using the EOS M6. Now if I seem a little bit distracted, it's because I've never been to this part of the woods before. It's up at a place called Blackmorefoot Reservoir. It's just down below there. And what I found is there's a lot of cattle walking through the woods, and there's bulls, there's a few cows, and there's some young ones as well, some calves. And I'll just let you know, if you don't already know, that's a very dangerous situation to be walking around in, because the mother will protect the calves. So yeah, it's a risky situation to be in. So I'm just stood on a little stile here, so I feel a little bit safer. But there's been lots of cattle walking through the woods, in and out of the trees, and I feel a little bit unsafe. So I'm safe here, I think. I don't know if you can see them over there, and there's a mother and another cow somewhere there, and like I said, there's a few big bulls knocking about as well. On with the vlog. So this vlog is kind of a reply to this vlog is kind of a reply to some comments that have been made on a few of my other videos, and I thank you for the comments. And Anthony in particular was saying that he was enjoying the videos that I was putting out, and that he would like to do the same and become more confident at vlogging, have a go at vlogging. And I did look at your channel, Anthony, and it's very good. I enjoyed the drone footage, and the scenery was amazing. So it inspired me to come out here, overlooking Meltham Moor, and get some scenery very similar. Now, I have had a drone before, and I just went off the idea because it's too much trouble to simply set the drone up and vlog and do that all in a day. It's just too much work. But your drone footage was amazing. So I would say that definitely, to you, Anthony, my advice to you is to ramp up the enthusiasm when you're doing your vlogging, because at the other side of the camera, when you're watching it, it doesn't look as exaggerated. But it seems it when you're actually doing it, you have to really ramp it up. But we're all different personalities, and I do enjoy the talking into camera. So yeah, thank you for your comment, Anthony. We've got some events coming up, and my channel is really not about tech, it's not about cameras, although I have more cameras than I can remember, trying to get the perfect setup. But it's not about tech, it's about things that are all Yorkshire, and my travelling with my beautiful lady Sheila, and just general random things that crop up. So that's what my channel is about, really, a bit of a scrapbook of what's going on in my world. I was just going to get down off this stile there, and them two calves came running past. They're actually very young ones, but they were big enough, and they came charging along here. I think they're a little bit lost, they've lost the group. I was just about to get down. Anyway, I did check the video that I just made, the little snippet that I just made with the lav mic on, and I realised I could hear, even through the camera speaker, that it was picking up a lot of wind. Now we are using, I'm standing in the same place, and we're using the Rode Video Pro Plus microphone, which I found to be the best microphone. And I was just wondering whether the lav mic would suffice in light breeze, and it is quite really light breeze. There's some trees up there you can see blowing. So it's you know, it's by no means, it's quite heavy. That's quite a heavy-ish wind, yeah. But I'm thinking this microphone copes really well in wind, and I haven't even got a windsock on it or any wind jammer. It's just the foam that comes with it, and I found it's actually pretty. They've built this microphone pretty good. It's on plus 20 dB, so I found that to be great. So I don't think the lav mic is going to work in. It's not going to work in breezy situations. It didn't have a wind jammer on the lav mic either. You can get them. I did have one, but I butchered it to make a. Oh yes, I butchered it to make a wind jammer for my Canon G7Xii Mark II. Now, like I say, I'm pretty distracted here because I don't know whether there's going to be any more cows running along, so excuse me looking around all the time. And as you've just heard, I've got the Canon G7X Mark II as well, and I'm finding that to be a really great camera, easy to carry around. Now, Anthony, you were saying that you're looking for something easy to carry around and hike with. If you wanted to upgrade the video quality, the Canon G7X with a little windjammer on top is pretty good. You can just throw it in your bag and you're good to go. Brilliant video quality, and the audio isn't that bad, you know. It's not too bad. It does catch the wind. You might not be happy with that, but I've been using a GoPro setup as well, and the only way you get good audio is to have a fantastic microphone, which is what we're using now, the Rode Video Pro Plus, but it's a lot bigger. That's the thing, it's a lot bigger microphone, which makes your setup a lot bigger, so you got to compromise. That's why I was hoping that the Rode lav mic was going to be good. I don't actually even know where I am right now, and my arm's getting a little bit tired. So the EOS M6 is quite a heavy setup. I'll tell you something that's really crazy. I'm actually stood in the little stream, one of the man-made streams that feeds Blackmoor Reservoir. I'm actually standing in the middle of it. I've never been able to do that before. There's always water absolutely flying down this. Tons and tons of it, non-stop. I've never seen it like this. It's been so dry in West Yorkshire this summer that it's actually, I can't actually stand in the middle of this. I can't believe it. Look how dry it is. There's no water coming along. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know that. So I managed to get out of the wilderness where all the cows were, and I'm on like a normal kind of road now, so it's a lot safer. So I've convinced myself that this is the right microphone, the right setup for this EOS M6. Now, for those of you that are wondering what the G7X Mark II sounds like, I'm going to do your comparison. It's a great, like I was saying, it's a great tiny setup, the G7X Mark II, and we all cannot wait until they bring out a point and shoot camera of quality like the G7X Mark II with an external mic port. You could put a Rode Video Micro into that, velcroed onto the side of it, and it would be the perfect vlogging camera. In fact, when are they going to bring out a point and shoot camera with forward facing microphones, you know, with some wind jamming built into it? We know they can do this. So when they bring that out, we'll all be happy. But until then, we'll be messing about with all these little rigs. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm going to switch over to the G7X so that you can see a bit of a comparison. But there's a lot about that camera online. I did a lot of research on it, and what I got, the parts I was disappointed in, I already knew, which is the audio when it catches in the wind. But for the portability and ease of use, it's absolutely fantastic, and definitely will be keeping it. So I'm going to switch over to that right now. So we are now on the G7X Mark II, and there's a windjammer on top created out of a Rode lav mic wind muff. So it's the right sort of material, and it's just velcroed on top. You can see a lot of information online about making windjammers for the G7X Mark II or any point and shoot camera, because they really do need it. Now, it is slightly breezy, and I'm interested to see myself how much it's going to pick up, but it's quite a nice day. I'll just give you an idea. I'll stand by this bush over here, and you can see the difference between my voice using the EOS M6 and the Rode Video Pro Plus. You can see the bush there blowing in the breeze, so it's not too windy. Now I'm going to walk and talk so you can get an idea of the stabilisation of this camera, which I've been messing about with this camera for a couple of weeks now, and I am impressed. You've just got to use these cameras and get to know them so that you know the pros and cons, and you know when not to use the camera. I think that's the key, knowing when not to use that particular camera. A GoPro's brilliant, but I wouldn't use it all the time. The video quality is not good enough, it's quite soft. You know, if you want to stick a camera under water, or it was absolutely hammering it down with rain, which we get a lot of in West Yorkshire, not this summer though, you know, you're going to need a waterproof camera. G7X Mark II, it's not waterproof. You're not going to be able to walk around in the rain with this. So the key, I think, is knowing when not to use a particular camera. So that's my thoughts on that. So this is G7X Mark II, and I am wanting to love this camera because I can vlog all day holding this thing out in front of me because it's so light and so ease of use. So using the G7X Mark II is very similar to using a GoPro. It's a very similar experience, the ease of use, but the video quality is so much better. So you know, you haven't got the external mic, but let's face it, on the GoPro Hero 6, 5, you've got to use an external adapter for the microphone as well, which makes it all a bulkier, all add-ons, and I don't miss that. So I'm hoping, I've still got my 2 GoPros, I'm hoping to just use them for action stuff, and when I'm, you know, maybe a camera going underwater, stuff like that. So a bit of B-roll, just a camera that I can throw in my pocket. But this Canon G7X is brilliant. I'm enjoying it. Now I'm going to go through this little tunnel behind me. I would never be able to walk through this ever, but because the riverbank, it's a man-made river as you can see, and it feeds the reservoir further down. And I'm going to walk through here now just because I can, while it's summertime and we've had a bit of a drought. So let's go through here. Yeah. You would never be able to do that. Look, there's a bit of a sluice gate here. If that opened, I'd be in trouble. If the sluice gate opened, I'd be in big trouble. And there's the road that passes over the top. The water's making a bit of noise. I'm sure you can hear me over it. Bit of a test for the microphone. You would never be able to stand here, so there's a shortage of water here in West Yorkshire. I can't believe I'm saying that. So let's go back through and make my way back down to the car. Now, when's it going to change? And there we go. It's a little bit slow on altering for the light. I'm using the pop-up screen, which is really handy for framing shots. Now, I normally have the screen down. Another thing I've noticed about audio quality, when the screen is popped up, it does act as a bit of a cup for the microphone, which is on top of the camera. So I have noticed when the screen's down, and let me just give you that test here as I stand in the middle of the riverbed. So this is the screen flipped up, and it's kind of catching, if you like, when you go like that with your ear, the screen flipped up is like that, I do believe. When I flip the screen down, and that's the screen down now, I'm talking at the same volume, and I think you will probably detect that it's a little bit lower, but it's a smaller sort of profile on the camera. So I'll flick it back up, and then you can probably see that it's catching the audio a little bit better, like that. You also need a camera that fits in with your vlogging style. We all have different vlogging styles. My style is just roaming around, and I need a camera that I can get out pretty quickly, so it's more spontaneous. I like the spontaneous vlogging. A little fly on the camera. Spontaneous vlogging. If there's something going on down there, I would want to get down there and have a look at it, and make a bit of a fuss out of it, make a bit of a vlog out of it. So I need a small setup. If you're just doing talking head shots where you set the camera up and it doesn't move, you could afford to have a bit of a bigger setup and bigger microphone, and it wouldn't hamper you too much. But when you're walking around, the things you want in is good stabilization, pretty decent audio, and an excellent video quality, and you do get that with the G7X Mark II. So I do rate this camera for that, and I'm willing to compromise with the crappy not so good audio when it's windy. I just wouldn't use it then. I'd use my Canon EOS M6 with the Rode Video Pro Plus. A lot heavier, a lot bigger, but it's about the smallest setup you're going to get. So notice I've taken my shades off, and because I was walking through that dark tunnel, I'm not really into wearing shades, but what I have realised is these vloggers are absolutely correct, that when I'm looking around me and I'm a little bit distracted, it comes across on the video, and shades do hide that a little bit. It's the man-made river that I was walking along, and that feeds this reservoir. So you can imagine normally there's water absolutely flying along there, but it's all dried up. So that's Blackmorefoot Reservoir. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, just a little look at the G7X Mark II and my thoughts on vlogging, and some cows following me around. I've got about 5, 6, maybe 7 flies on this camera now. So midges around here in West Yorkshire. Heading back to the car, lovely cars over there. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you, Anthony, have enjoyed my replies to your comments. And if you've got any comments on this video, put them below. I do enjoy the comments, and I try to reply to all of them. And of course, consider subscribing. And until the next one, bye.